Hello preppers and homesteaders. Today is Independence Day, 4th of July. What is more independent than being a homesteader? I'm just gonna go over a quick update of projects on the property. A lot has been going on. Been very busy as usual, but let's take a trip around the homestead. I'll show you some of the projects. A lot of the projects are pretty boring. This one, for starters, is one of them. This is my Aaron's ST622 weed whip. I replaced the carburetor on it a couple years ago and it had been running great. It's pretty old, but as you can see, I need to take it apart one more time. I just put a new carburetor on it, still won't start. I didn't realize, you need air, spark, and fuel. And it's getting air, fuel, no spark. So I need to take the ignition system apart on that, and that is one of the projects. But one of the other big things I'm going to go over right now, that my prepper pantry video was pretty popular. We had a prepper pantry almost catastrophe the other day, and I'm going to go over that right now. Okay, so on the spare chicken tractor, we're getting more chickens. So our pantry has a portable air conditioner in there, one of those Polonus, just portable single hose, very important, single hose. And it has been getting hot here, and all of a sudden the pantry was getting to like 80 degrees with the air conditioner running full speed, and the humidity was jumping up to 80%. So we had to put a dehumidifier in there, which got the humidity down, but the temperature, we were struggling. We just could not get the temperature down. So I looked at those Mr. Cool mini splits and things like that. I was going to put a mini split in there. The mini split we're looking at, the size range, I'll put it in the notes. I don't remember what size, but it's a smaller one. We were going to get one of those, but the Mr. Cool one, it's around $1,800. Then I needed a wall bracket. Then I needed a bunch of other stuff, and it pushed it close to $2,500 with shippings, delivery, and everything here. Contacted a few local people, and we got a local guy to come out here. I'll post a video of his company, his name, and thanks to it in the show notes below. But came out here, got a quote. It was just over, I want to say $3,000, which was beneficial because that included an electrician to rewire everything. And I'll show you what we did. So right here was the old vent and the drain from the old single hose. That was the drain and the vent for the single hose system that we had in here. Now, what happened? So let's go over that right now. Why wasn't that portable air conditioner working like it should? Single hose air conditioners like that have one flaw in them. On an external air conditioning unit, such as our mini split, what they do is the intake and outtake is on the outside of your house. On a single hose air conditioner, the exhaust blows out, but it's sucking from inside your space. So what was happening was every time we'd open the door, you'd feel it. It was like a vacuum. It was like an airlock. It was like hard to pull. And it was causing a vacuum. So this building wasn't sealed the best. Sealed pretty good, insulated pretty good, but the door, we were sucking in all the humidity. And then what ended up happening, this corner here and the bottom corner, it warped out. So the door was doing this away from the edges. And when I went in there and I took my thermal in there, I could just see air getting sucked, like hot, humid air getting sucked in. So we were literally trying to dehumidify Arkansas. I mean, it was bad. So I don't want to open this door too much, but I'll show what I did. What I did is I have a good assortment. As a homesteader, you should have a lot of home repair tapes, duct tape, silver, stainless steel tape, all kinds of stuff. Foam tape. I had some 1-inch neoprene foam tape. And what I did, hopefully you can see it, right along this edge. Sorry, I'm in the pantry right now. Right along that edge, I put that tape, I stuck it on, it's adhesive, and then I took a heavy duty stapler and also put some staples so, because the heat and humidity, that sometimes that sticky tape doesn't stay. So this way, you take that stapler, push really hard, staple, it's stapled on there, it has not come off, it sealed the door. I would say it probably had about 50% pass through, and it's probably, now we have like 9% pass through of air. And then we got the mini split in here. So there is the mini split unit inside of here. That is just the air controller unit in here. And I keep, I don't know if you can see this, a thermometer. So the humidity stays between 50 to 60%. So right now we're at 68 degrees and 60% humidity. I keep thermometers in here at all times. And then, pardon the mess, because I literally just finished this job and made a complete mess in here, but I will flip a light on, get us a little more light. There we go. This corner, when the electrician was here, he opened the electric box and rerouted a line. He found some loose connections in there and some things were arcing in there, which is kind of scary. So I had him check out a couple other things. He fixed something in the house too, because we had to kill the power from here. I'm going to show you this. Right here, and like I said, pardon the mess in here. Right here we have a dehumidifier where the old air conditioner was, and I have it running through the old line, and as you can see, that spot where there's tape and silver foil. That was the pass-through for the vent. I completely filled that hole with foam, and then I put a silver reflective panel. It was actually on both sides, one on the outside, one on the inside. And we've had no problems keeping this temperature in here now, and the humidity completely under control. So if you're gonna have a pantry shed like this, you may want to consider a mini split long term. It is going to be the most energy efficient, and I'm still trying to figure out the energy usage, but I'm going to try to show you a picture of it. This Polonus, I don't even know what kind of energy this thing drew, but just to give you an idea, when I look at our app that runs our solar system, our house generally runs around 1500 watts. That's what we're using during pretty much all the time, 1500. When we had this air conditioner and the other dehumidifier running, we were generally always at around 3000 watts. Like, that's crazy how much energy this thing was using, because it was on full blast. It was, even when I fixed the door, it lowered the temperature a bit, but it still did not cool this building, and the humidity still was crazy because it was still sucking in from every nook and cranny. So now that it's not, a vacuum in here and it's not trying to suck in from everywhere, it's actually, I checked with the thermal, I went around the whole building and I did not see any leakage. It seems to be stable in here now. But now when I run the mini splits, we have 3 of them on the property right now. We're still under 2000 watts, all the time. We're still roughly around 1500. It's interesting. The mini splits do not use that much power. They're constantly running, but they don't cycle full power like the dehumidifier runs full blast. Like, it's just a compressor in there, even though it's a small one. It just is an energy suck. So, and that Polonus single hose air conditioner, horrible energy suck. I mean, it used more power than our mini split. It actually used more power than 2 of our mini splits. And we have one for our main house, one for our office, and one for the pantry now here. And the pantry and the office are very similar in size. So, and the great thing about the mini splits is they heat too. So, okay. As you can see, there's the outside unit, and it's running right now. Our house mini split is not running. They just kind of alternately like turn on and off constantly throughout the day. They control the humidity in there. The reason why we still have the dehumidifier in there though, our house, our office, and we've also noticed with this, there is those weird periods of time where we keep the thermostat at 70 degrees. So there's those weird times of the day we get here on top of the mountain where it's like 69 degrees. So the mini splits aren't running, just the fan's running. and then the humidity is like 80%. So then they actually do get some humidity in there, you know, because when you open the door, you know, you're going in and out of the pantry, in and out of the house, the humidity level starts rising. And especially in the house, you know, for washing dishes or something with hot water, cooking, you know, boiling water, and it's that weird temperature. So in the house, generally, I just kick it down to like 65 for, you know, 10 minutes and it drops the humidity down. A lot of times I'm not in and out of the pantry, so I have the pantry dehumidifier set to 50 to 60%. If it drops below 50, you know, it shuts off. If it goes over 60, it turns on, and then it gets back into that range again. So it's a fail-safe, more or less, to keep our pantry nice and dry. But as you can see, this thing's quiet. It's running. The house one's a little louder, but you know, it's pretty quiet, very energy efficient. And you know, and that goes on to the second thing that we're going to talk about right now. Now we're going to talk about the second thing, the gutters. As you can see on there, we installed, had gutters installed. I was going to do them myself, and it was kind of the same thing as the mini split. I looked at the cost of materials, and I wanted seamless one-piece aluminum gutters, and to buy them would have been ridiculous, even for this building. We did this building, we did the other barn dominium, and then we did the tractor shed over there. And the only way to get a great seamless gutter system is with a company that has a roll of aluminum and a forming machine in their truck. So they can come here with a small trailer and they can just roll out gutters and form them right on the spot, just like the companies that do roofs. It's the most cost-effective way to do seamless gutters. You can do, you know, multi-piece gutters and save a little bit of money, but we're trying to do things. We had funds set aside. You can hear it's ramping up now. Now it's ramping up. It's getting a little louder, but it's ramping up. So they're constantly running off, turn off. It knows when to run, but they're very efficient. They don't run very long. So we're working on our water system though, and that is, as a prepper, homesteader, whatever, it's important. I'm going to do a video on the simplest rain catchment system, and then I'm also working on our advanced rain catchment system. One last thing I got to talk about, and then that's going to be it, because I've got a lot of projects to do today, and I'm taking advantage of the great weather. But talk about, I'll overlay the video on this one. So let's see if you can see this though. A little bit of mosquitoes here. Okay, so I've been having some critters in this building, and then also, if you could see up there, you can almost see a bird's nest up there. So lo and behold, we were leaving yesterday, and my wife was like, "What did you do with that foam over there on the barn door?" And we looked and we're like, holy cow, there was a rat snake climbing up this, and it went up to that nest and just ate everything. And then I had some other mouse traps and things like that I kept catching, and I think the snake said, "Hold on, I'll take care of this for you." And the rat snake came in here and pretty much solved the problem. So until next time, I can keep there. This is only a few of the projects. Oh, and our barn dominium, the second one, we are getting spray foamed. That other building right there, we're going to get it spray foamed. We had the mini split in there, taking a look at. It works, it functions. So once we get that building insulated, then I can start working in there. We'll have conditioned storage. You know, we're probably going to keep the temperature in there, you know, 78, 80 degrees, just enough, you know, so it's not terribly uncomfortable. And then it'll be dry in there, dry storage. You know, it's not going to be 100 degrees in there. And I'm just getting out of the shade. I don't know if you can hear the gnats. They're just buzzing my ear. They don't really bite you. They're very annoying. Yeah, so we're going to do that. And then there's a lot of projects coming up. So lots of cool stuff, but enjoy the 4th. This was actually filmed on the 3rd. So, you know, hopefully that's helpful. Till next time, enjoy the 4th. I know we are, so, so thanks again. I got a lot of new subscribers. I love it. Hopefully this channel is helpful. The world is crazy, but focus in your local area and if it wasn't for the internet, I wouldn't even know what's going on in the world. I mean, things here, people are having a great time, floating the river, festivals, people are enjoying themselves, you know, church, things like that, just keeping it local. Just, I check the radio, you know, every day just to make sure the world's not going to complete ending. But if you've been a prepper, homesteader, I've been a prepper since Red Dawn came out, and you know, as a kid, you know, there's always something going on. There's always something to prepare for, but more than likely, God willing, nothing will happen real, you know, we don't know, but better to be prepared for it than not be prepared for it. So always be prepared, but think positively, you know, there's a plan. So, but thanks again, and enjoy. Big camera. I'm still waiting for the temperature in my water to be perfect. It's still warming up. I'm gonna end it there. Thanks. Like and subscribe. I gotta support this shirt. It was a gift. I love it. I do. So thanks again. Bye.